So welcome everybody to the coronavirus healing with the whales and the immunity shield of light. It's a very special day for me. I've been working intensely and very closely with the white whales in the past few weeks on this particular modality. And I'm telling you, it's so amazing. It continues to open me to new possibilities and new horizons. It's just phenomenal. Today is April 29th, 2020. And so far I've worked on with the whales, a little over 300 people, and it's just been absolutely amazing. So we promised to do this as long as people want us to do it. I was delighted this morning to spend some time with other people who have large groups of people, radio shows and so forth, that are interested in me doing it for their groups as well. So I just want you to feel the warmth and the welcoming energy that the whales are giving us now. It's just amazing. I'm looking to see if I'm getting everybody in the room. I think we have about 40 of us here tonight. It's just delightful to have a group of like-minded people with this collective consciousness that we're just about to shift the energy on the planet. It's absolutely amazing. So for now, I have muted all of you so that the recording will be good. Probably tomorrow or the next day, you'll have access to the recording if you'd like to do it again, and also some of the other recordings we've done. I think they're all similar, but you know, each time is unique as well. So feel free to jump in and enjoy them. And as of this morning, we have set up 2 more dates that are not yet on the website. They will be probably by tomorrow. And I'll tell you those now because people are emailing me every day. One is Saturday, May 9th, and the other is Sunday, May 24th. So those will come to you via email. If you'd like to do it again, or if you have a friend or a group of people you know that you feel would enjoy it. So without further ado, I do everything at the Omni Dimensional Mystery School in sacred space. And for those that didn't know, I am Laurie Reyon. I am the creator of the Omni Dimensional Mystery School with my partner, who is sitting right here. So I'm going to let her say hi. I don't have any idea how I would do all of this without her, even though she's not human. Here she is. Yeah. So that is our beloved Master Cat Puda, also known as Seth, and she's been to be a part of the whole experience. So anyway, I was saying I normally at this point open the sacred space, but for this particular type of modality we're doing, there's some new rules, and one of them is that the whales are going to open the sacred space when it comes to the meditation part of our session today. So I'm going to get right to the point because they have so much to share with you. And I'm going to show you some information, and we're going to be doing various levels of affirmations to give levels of permission for this type of work to happen actually to your physical body. The whales actually have gone into a quantum world, 13th dimensional world, where they're going to be working with scalar waves. And the level of energy and gold light that they bring to the planet and to each of us is quite profound, and in a previous world would have been quite dangerous. And so they've figured out a way to do it with permission from source. And so prepare to be shifted. After the permission level is over in the educational part, we're going to ask you to lie down or sit back in an easy chair and put a blindfold on or some kind of scarf. This is the blindfold I'm currently recommending. It's called Mindfold. It has a nice comfy cushion back. If you do meditation or metaphysical type work, this will be very beneficial for you. If you don't have a nice mask, it's okay. Just get a scarf. Darken the room, but make sure that the physical light is shut out from your eyes during the lying down part. Not now, but during the lying down part. And you'll want to have a nice glass of water too as well. So, all right, I think we're ready to share the screen, and here we go. So this is a picture of one of the white whales that we've had the great pleasure of working with. This whale was first seen in 2012 near Australia, and is a bit of a poster child for us to how do I say, bring us messages, and it can just to keep us connected to what we call the Great White Whale Council. So this is a coronavirus whale healing and immunity shield of light. And again, I am Laurie Reyon, and we now welcome the overlighting presence of the entire White Whale Council and their compadres, who are the Celestial Star Councils, Star Masters of Light. There's a picture of me and Puda on a better hair day. Say, sweetie. So this is our disclaimer. The materials in this session are presented always with the highest and best intentions. The whales have the highest vibration of love I've ever experienced. But they want you to know that everything that they do or give you today will harmonize with all belief systems. The only way this wouldn't work for you specifically is if you absolutely did not believe in it. If you have skepticism, or you're in a position to say, you have to prove it to me before I believe it, you won't have the same experience as if you open your heart to this. The whales work directly through the heart chakra, and then they connect, of course, to the third eye and the pituitary, and the system of organs that our body provides for this type of work. So we just recommend that you go to the highest place that you can with the level of energy that we just call faith, to see what happens, okay? In the last 19 years, we have witnessed amazing healing results with whale and dolphin energy medicine. I've seen everything from cancer go away, lots of breast cancer last year was healed. Let's see, broken bones, scars, chronic pain, emotional pain. They really don't seem to have a limit to what they can do if you're ready to shift. So they encourage everyone to open to your own power, your own core level abilities and your belief systems, to know that this healing is available. Okay, and it comes in combination through tonight the great white whales and many, many realms of angels. Okay, energy medicine work requires that the person is fully present and focused on this process. It's not to be played with. It's connecting their heart and their soul with the pure intention for benevolent outcome. Okay, so bring all of your energy in, turn off your cell phones, any type of external thing, and give yourself this time with the whales. Okay, this title, I Am Standing Whale Mother, I'm very proud to embrace that. When that title was first given to me by a Mexican shaman, I think it was 1999, I was so embarrassed, I can't tell you. I went to a shamanic circle and fire circle and all of that, and it was pretty amazing. But when it was over, the shaman called me into the center of the circle and asked me if I knew anything about whales, and he said, I'm going to call you Standing Whale Mother. And he said, because of you, we were able to go further out in our journey into the cosmos than I'd ever gone before. And I went to the planet where the whales are creating bodies, human bodies. And he asked me if I knew about that. And of course, I'd never even met a whale other than Corky at SeaWorld. In those years, I had seasickness and I could not go out on a boat. I'd tried multiple times. So I'm honoring, though, that moment in my life, because that moment planted a seed for me to embrace that title now and to be partnered with these beautiful humpback whales. And I'm proud to say now I am a voice for the group consciousness of the whales. A lot has happened in the last 20 years for me, and perhaps for you too. So by saying that, I'm hoping I'm planting a seed for you to find a deeper, more profound part of yourself that's maybe been hiding. You never know. So last year, the whales gave me this brief but very powerful channel, and I'm going to share it with you now. Who are the whales? We are your elders, and we are the molecular librarians of Earth's history. We embody conscious creation, and we have the experience and intention to assist you with core level healing. It is our intention to assist humanity in claiming their mastery and restoring your physical forms to radiant health. As you awaken your dormant DNA, you will naturally evolve into awakened geniuses. You will then live and create from your hearts in communities across the globe where you change the outdated and broken structures of medicine, of education, of government, and sustainable living. Connect with us now, and we will accelerate your intention to evolve. We are solution energy. We are the great white whales, and we represent the cetacean nations of Earth, and we are cosmic creators. So there's a little introduction to you to the great white whales. And welcome to whale healing and this particular coronavirus healing that we're doing today. These beautiful creatures, this picture was taken in Maui. Beautiful. I don't have any idea how they can throw themselves out of the water like that. I can't even jump out of my swimming pool. I think they're incredibly beautiful, but big show-offs, So this is words from the whales. The dolphin and whale energy medicine creates a crystalline matrix in the human form, activating dormant DNA and allowing the human to carry more light, thus preparing them for ascension. You may experience an accelerated change or growth and a deeper connection to your soul. The processes will assist you in moving into higher states of consciousness and in raising your vibration. Beautiful whale. These are called the humpbacks. So now we get into the levels of permission. Permission is requested from you to join together now in light and love. On this most auspicious day, I have gathered with others of like mind to create a force of light. And I should say, I'm going to be reading these, but these are really for you. So I have you muted, but I would like you to read them out loud in your home. It will make it much more powerful for you. So let's do that one again. On this most auspicious day, you say this: I have gathered with others of like mind to create a force of light. I have answered the call of my heart, and I am connected now to my soul. And the soul in our world is the eternal, immortal part of you, the part of you that is huge, it's expansive, it never lives, it never dies, it's just always been, particularly in the aspect of seeing yourself as a part of God. And this particular slide now is for you to connect to that higher part of you. And to be truthful, it doesn't even have a gender. But many of us consider our soul an angelic being, which would be, accurate. So it might be easier for you now to connect to your soul by seeing a female or a male. All right? So read this out loud wherever you are. I call out now to the divinity within me and to the wise, supersentient cetacean nations, who are the whales of planet Earth. And now I'm asking to connect to the great whales of Earth and beyond. I connect to the wise ones that came before the humans, the ones known as the humpback whales. Now these whales have been here in physical form for over 300 million years. Some people even think 500 million years. It's hard to know after that. I mean, it's an inconceivable amount of time that they have been on the planet. If you look at the skeleton of a humpback whale, you will see 5 fingers in the pectoral fins and 10 toes in their tail fin. They originally walked upright on the planet as humanoid beings and eventually moved into the oceans, which is, of course, a story for another day. If you like to hear the galactic history of our planet and the whales, we do that in a different class. But know that they went into the water, they became aquatic, and now they are aquatic beings. They breathe through their blowholes. So they are mammals. This is an example of how they feed up in the Arctic. Another beautiful picture. I'm really feeling the essence of these ones. So an affirmation for everyone. In this divine activity of light, I now allow the great whales and celestial light beings access to my energy and Akashic records. Now you must know that if you don't give permission, you might as well not be here, because they cannot do anything without your permission. Such is the beauty of free will. Okay? And when the soul, that's the eternal part of you, aligns with the free will part of you, that's the physical part of you, great things can happen. Now we all really connect to the eye of anyone, whether it's a human or a whale, a dog or a cat. We really connect to the soul through the eye. It's a portal or a gateway. Okay, together, I call upon the overlighting presence of Mother, Father, God, my I am presence, and all beings of light from on high that serve the light of our Creator. Definitely a team effort here. Another beautiful picture of the whale breaching. And together, I personally acknowledge that I am a part of the co-creative council that is in service to Mother Earth and her inhabitants through my soul and my human vehicle. beautiful picture of, hopefully will connect you to the sacred geometry of what we call Metatron's wheel, the tree of life, and to the soul. We're all made of sacred geometry. A few years ago, I went to a concert and I was with a friend who brought another friend, and Puda came along, and we sat, she sits in a chair at a concert just like anybody else, as long as it's, her type of music. And this was. And at the end of the concert, the friend said, "I'm an artist, and I would very much like to have a picture of your cat, Puda. Can you send me a picture?" So I did. And this is what she sent me back. She said, "This is what I see when I look at Puda." I was like, wow. It's so beautiful. So another affirmation for all of us. Through the light of my divine creator, source energy, and the threefold flame of our mighty cosmic source, I now allow the whales and celestial beings of light to align and restore my divine life blueprint. Yeah, let's take a look at your divine life blueprint. The top picture is called the flower of life, and this is the picture of what we call seed creation. All life is formed from that seed archetype. Now below is a picture of what we call the Merkaba, which is the living light field that's around you. Some people have inner sight and they can see it, and other people just feel it. And a large part of our work, if you're interested, is helping people activate the light body through the teachings of the Flower of Life work with Drunvalo Melchizedek, and also through the teachings of the great white whales that you're working with tonight. So what would your divine life blueprint look like? What did you design for yourself? To think about where you're from and the stars, who your star family is. What is your mission here? What about your biological family? That plays a part too. It's quite unique. It's quite beautiful. And right now, you're giving permission for a tune-up. So think of yourself now taking a virtual deep dive down into the deepest part of the water with the great whales. And now we're going to talk about a little bit about who they are, so you know who's going to be working with you. The 13 white whale cosmic creator gods were first introduced to me and channeled by Grandma Chandra in 2010. With that beautiful white whale. In 2010, I had no idea that there were white whales, or that white whales were coming, or who they were. I was working mostly with dolphins and had just started doing whale healing with the humpback whales. The Grandma Chandra is a prophet. She's an ascension guide. She works in partnership with her mother, Kat, because she's in a disabled body. So she doesn't speak normally, but she speaks telepathically. And over the years of working with her, I have become one of her voices, like I am for Puda, because I'm very telepathic. So she was here in 2010. Let me go back here. And we held an event in Vista, that's a community nearby where I live, and it was 3 nights of her doing her channeling. And on the 3rd day, her mom called me and said, "Tonight you don't have to do the channeling for Grandma because Judith Moore is here, and I want you to meet her. She's a great channel." And so I met her, and of course we became friends, and to this day we work together. Judith is amazing. But that night, for the first time, when Judith was there, the 13 white whale cosmic creator gods introduced themselves. And I was over the moon. I was so excited because I didn't know anything about them at that time, but I could feel their power. So not long after that, we went to the Star Knowledge Conference in Cahokia, Illinois. Now this is 2011 now. And the white whales continued to channel through Grandma Chandra, through Judith Moore. And they even gave us names. They gave us Lakota names of the Native American language of the Lakota. And all of that was written out, and then it was handed to me. And I brought it home, and it sat on my desk for quite a while. Not too long ago later, Puda came in. That's the cat again. And she said, "I have an assignment. We are to go to the island of Kauai, and we're to be there on the date March 3rd, and 2012. And the 13 white whales would come back to the planet, and they're going to come through that portal or gateway." She called it a stargate. Well, that was a pretty big prophecy, but we got grandma together. She came. Judith came, Jennifer McLean, myself, and 68 other people who wanted to meet the white whales. And we were taken to this sacred place on Kauai where the Stargate does exist. And we held ceremony there with the Hawaiian kahunas and Tiffany Tatum. Some of you know her. She's daughter to Paia. And they did come back. It was amazing. It rained and it rained and it rained, but we were able to still hold the ceremony there in Kauai. Now, when we were there at the portal, I'm trying to think where I should start this story. Okay, let's go back a couple of days. When we first arrived in Kauai, before the retreat actually started, which was a week-long retreat. And it was Puta's first physical trip to Hawaii. It's quite a big deal to take a cat to Hawaii, but she was there. And we're staying in this beautiful Isis temple, and she's laying on this beautiful bed, and she's relaxing. And Tiffany came in, who's the daughter of the kahuna, and she said, Puta, please tell me where the Stargate is, where we're going to be taking the people to meet the white whales, because I live here and, you know, I'm your guide, so please tell me where we're going. And Puta said, it's north of your house and all the way to the east. And she described this beach. It's called Anahola. And Tiffany said, oh, good, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's already considered a sacred place by the Polynesian people, which of course is appropriate. And an old man kahuna lives there. And she said, did you know the Dalai Lama was here 2 weeks ago? And we said, no, we didn't know that. And she said, well, he took his people to this exact place you're describing. And he told his people that this is the place all souls enter the planet. And Buddha rolled over on her back and she said, isn't it nice the Dalai Lama agrees with me? Never forget that. We all laughed. So anyway, we had our ceremony at Anahola, and all 13 white whales did return during the ceremony energetically. We believe that the white whales would function to assist us as etheric beings, you know, like when we call in the angels. We were thrilled. And in July of 2012, we're home now, because that happened in March, and we discovered that the white whales were returning in the physical, not just energetically. I was overjoyed. So Master Buddha prophesied the 12 master beings of light would return as white whales over time. And so the first white whale that I told you about that was appearing in the physical is called Migaloo. He's very popular. He still lives in Australia. He's really, really friendly. And he was the first one to carry the prophecy forward. And over the next 2 years, the White Whale Council of 13 appeared to me, one by one in my office. I didn't know they were coming. You know, I couldn't have prophesized it. It was just for me. And each time one appeared, they told me their name, their cosmic name, not their Lakota name, because so far I had only the Lakota names. And there's a big story behind that. But basically, they wanted me to know where they were from in the cosmos. And each of them gave me a template, one of 12, to create light body for humanity. And it's been a huge, big chunk of my life to do this work and to trust them and know that every time I present one of these templates or more than one of them, it's different for every single human, but yet very powerful. So I agreed to do it, of course, and they each gave me their cosmic name. Still, again, really having no idea what was next, just trusting and loving them. So as I call them into a healing session, we want to see them now descending from above, forming a circle around your house. Now, these are huge beings. They're too big to come in the house. So you kind of have to either look through the wall or see them through the windows if you're a seer. As I call them, and they're going to come in a circle starting directly in front of me, which is to the north. And then they're going to continue around clockwise in a circle until they're all fully present, radiating their light into you and your home. Now remember, these are cosmic beings. They have the ability to be with everyone on the planet at the same time, but they must have your permission or they cannot come. So they're radiating their love, and they're going to be available to work with each of you individually. And then following what we're doing, they'll be available to answer your questions. So I guess the real question is, are you ready? Please welcome Mobian as he descends from above outside of your home. Take a deep breath. The energy starts to get really thick as they come in, so just sit back. Please welcome Tristel. Welcome Agoron. Welcome, Lavaniel. Welcome, Sierra. Welcome, Rafael. Welcome, Trajur. Welcome, Andorafon. Welcome, Hathorion. Welcome, Ki Ikoa. Welcome, Kintan. And welcome, Sun Ra. And this is the mother whale, Watakiti. Her energy field is so huge. In her soulic energy, she's about the size of the planet Jupiter. Incredibly huge. She's so loving and has been present in many times when I've done group work. She seldom comes when I'm working individually, but she will come when she feels it's appropriate and she has the group energy to work with. So some of you know about our Andar crystals. They're from a different world, in a different star system, even a different galaxy. And they have come to two areas on planet Earth. One is Mount Shasta, and the other is South Africa. And they have been embedded in the Earth before humanity ever arrived. These stones don't have duality or polarity. They never have to be cleaned. They sort of live in a world of yeses, or a world of, I guess you would say, of destiny. And over the years, I've embraced them. And this is the grid that we have right here at the house now. So I'm introducing them now as a grid, and I'm also introducing our crystal skull, Altazar. Altazar embodies the energy of the Lemurian king. That's why he took on this name. Prior to that, he was carved in Machu Picchu, and his name was Portal, because he is actually a portal. You can see that he's weaving this golden energy that we speak of, the golden fleece, the golden cloak that you're going to take on today, into his body. When we first got him, he belonged to a very good friend of mine who's passed now, and he was pure crystal, pure white crystal. So over time of working with the whales, he started to weave in the golden fleece right into his crystal matrix. And it's continuing to grow. I actually anticipate he'll be all gold one day. So I thought you'd like to connect to these crystals, and with your permission, then when we do the lying down part, you can ask for them to be placed on your body energetically and to connect with Altazar if you choose. It's not required. And also Master Puda, she works with your stem cells. She works directly with the whale kingdom, and she can very much accelerate the healing, similar to how the Andars work. You can see there's Andars on this person. Yep, hitting the wrong button. This particular person, where she's working on their heart, opened it up for them. Dr. Todd Ovakaitis, some of you may know, he's the creator of gematria. He's a premier scientist in the world today, and he's known not only this Puda, but the previous Pudas that have worked with me, and he's sort of studying her. And he believes that she moves the stem cells to the appropriate organs in the body. She's not a whale. She doesn't heal your DNA. She can't do that, but she can definitely assist you, lowering your heart rate, your blood pressure, and so forth. She's here working with us now. So now, perhaps the most important part for each of you is it's important to know that your intentions for this coronavirus healing and immunity shield of light to be given to you is based on your intention and your permission level. So intention is everything. And by stating your desires, you access your soul's energy. and that part of you that we call the divinity within you. And that's important. Okay, sometimes my PowerPoint gets jammed here. There we go. So we're going to take about 3 or 4 minutes, and I would, if I was you, I would have a piece of paper or a journal, and I would write from my heart, and I'd speak directly to the whales, ask for what you want, and know that they can help you. Okay, but this is very personal. So we're just going to have some silence now. I won't talk, and we'll come back in a couple of minutes. I'm going to put some whale sounds on, and then we'll continue on. So go ahead now and speak to the whales and tell them what you want. And this is regarding the virus, but also regarding other things in your life. Okay. Hopefully you're all ready to go now with your intention. You found some clarity in your ability to express them. So let's go to the time when Dr. Emoto was alive. And I think almost everybody on the planet knows who he is. He was a very famous Japanese scientist that proved beyond a shadow of a doubt through his photographing of water that water is sentient, that water is conscious and alive, that it responds. He used music, he used singing, he used people's thoughts and expressions to test what happens to the molecular structure of water when various things were introduced, including compassion, gratitude, wisdom, and also he photographed the structure of water when people were unkind, said unkind things, or were playing heavy metal music or rap music. Just amazing. Now I want you to think about that and look at those beautiful crystal structures, and I want you to think about the water in your body. Now, this is the foundational energy the whales are going to be working with, is your own blood, the water in your body. So it's been proven that when we bless the water in our bodies, we change the crystalline structure of the water in our own body, preparing us for the healing that we're going to be doing here with the whales. So you can say this with me: water, we bless you. Oh, and I should just pause for a moment so you can grab your bottle of water or your cup, whatever you have there. And I would just hold it to your heart. And now we can say, water, we bless you. Water, we love you. Water, we honor you. Please forgive us for polluting you or harming you in any way. Now, this is the Ho'oponopono prayer, and it's best if you say it 3 times. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Water, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Through the power of our divine essence, we raise the vibration of this water in our bottle and the water in our bodies to the highest possible vibration right now. So go ahead and drink some of your blessed water, really feeling the shift. And feel the water in the bloodstream changing. Tastes good. So Dr. Emoto and Dr. Todd Ovokides, man I told you about, used the humpback whale songs, working in Tokyo, to successfully clear the filthy and toxic Japanese tap water. So other words of the song, Amazing Grace, beautiful words, different music was played, and the Japanese water was so toxic that nothing changed it until the whales began to sing. Again, further proving, even scientifically, that the humpback whale sounds are the most powerful healing sounds on the planet. Certainly proving scientifically the work I've been doing. Only the whales could do it. Star tetrahedron crystals formed as the whales returned the water to pristine clarity. The whales have told us that their songs are the songs of creation, and they bring us the most powerful healing sounds available. So you're going to be hearing quite a bit of whale sounds tonight during the healing of these beautiful creatures. There is an intuitive part of every human that knows the importance of the cetaceans on our planet. That part of you that knows that the whales cannot be eliminated without changing the life force balance of the earth, and therefore you. The whales tell us that they swim 60 miles outside of the crystalline grid, outside of the magnetic grid, and that they are the caretakers. They also tell us that they are the molecular librarians of Earth's Akashic records. That means they're able to look into the ocean water and see a recorded journey of your soul, all about you over every lifetime. So using their unique abilities and their permission that they told me that they received from Source, this was about 5 weeks ago now. I think it was the last week in March. Today, the great whales will access the highest form of divine golden light for you. And this is what I've tried to find a picture of what they showed me, is they're going to break apart the old rhythms and patterns and the old outer skin, part of us that's toxic, that's still filled with fear and disbelief, and bringing in the golden light of the higher dimensional realms through quantum energy and through scalar waves. They're going to bring this to you. And as to how much you absorb is up to you again. I'd go for the whole enchilada. Get the package opened up here and let them really radiate you. The only thing that afterwards you can expect is you're going to be tired and you're going to need probably rest. I wouldn't go out into the world. But other than that, you're going to feel really good. You will experience an infusion of divine golden light. And the picture on the right, of course, is the star tetrahedron. It's your Merkaba. So they'll be radiating at you at the subatomic level in multidimensional realms. Feel into that. And we believe in affirmations, as you probably know by now. We also believe in the power of triangulation. Triangulation is what we call the sustainable life force here. Everything on our planet was created through triangulation. That's here of value. Okay, so like let's take your human form, for example, or Buddha's cat form here. It took the energy of the earth, Mother Gaia, and it took the energy of Father God or Source, and it took the energy of the soul of that being. The three of them created what you exist in now, which is sort of a container for your soul to live in, right? So when you connect to those three parts, which is the threefold flame of creation, sustainable change can occur. If you don't connect and triangulate, I'm not saying change won't occur, I'm saying it won't be the same, that's all. We want to create something for the future here, right now. So when you say the affirmation, I am that I am, connect to the earth, just briefly, just touch the earth. When you say it the second time, touch the sun as the portal or the gateway for source light to come to our planet. We couldn't be here without the sun. The third time, touch your heart. And you will triangulate with each of these each time you say it. All right, here we go. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am power. I am power. I am power. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. So read this with me. I open the gates of divine love to flow through me and into my life. I am grateful for the white whales and their assistance. I open to the highest experience I can co-create with them as a conscious creator. Close your eyes for a minute and just begin to receive. Take deep breaths. Okay, one more affirmation, one time. I am here. I am ready. I am open. See yourself going through the doorway. I give my permission. Please guide me. See yourself being healed and changed. Let us rejoice together. The important thing now is to not think, okay? To really return to the feeling state of being a child. Just everything is joyful and fun, or at least most things are. And we're going to go into the left eye of the great whale that comes for you. And of course, that whale is one of the white whales. But this is the picture of you and your innocence, giving complete permission. Merging with the white whale. Letting yourself go into a nice deep meditation. This is our beautiful logo. That's Master Cat Buddha's eyes. Okay. I'm going to open it up just for a moment. Anybody have any questions before we start the lie down part of the meditation? It's about 40 minutes. You're going to need your blindfold. Hopefully you'll darken the room. Make yourself really comfortable. And after the meditation is over, we're going to come back and we'll open up again for questions and see how you're feeling. So if you have a question, go ahead and Mary Beth, I'm just going to say it.
Thank you. I have a quick question. When we did our intentions, can you also, can an intention be for the whales to also heal your pets?
It can be, but this is kind of a complicated question. Your pets don't have karma in the way that we do. In other words, when a human would take on an imbalance, or let's say the word disease, they've created a karmic imbalance. Would you agree? There's something that's the body is calling out, saying, "Hello,
Yes.
I need help."
Yes.
When an animal creates an illness, it's not because their body needs help. It's because they're just like. Are we talking about a domestic animal?
Yeah, one of my cats has cancer.
Okay, so that cat is taking that on for a human, so that that human might heal more quickly, or they might pass, and often they'll pass with the cancer, and removing it from the grid so the human can heal and stay here longer. So it's a different situation. And
Okay.
in a sense, when you pray for the animal's healing, it's best to try to pray for the person too, or persons that cat or dog is working for. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
but it could just be any person?
Well, it would be a case by case situation. This is a whole lot of what I do as an animal communicator. We ask the animals when we're
Okay.
talking to people, and I work with them one on one with their picture before I ever talk to the human to find out who they
Okay.
are and why they're here and what they're
Okay.
doing. But the animals don't have any reason to be sick. They're already ascended. They're here in their ascended form. They're like angels, and they don't learn anything by getting sick. They've already learned all of those lessons, and they're here to steward us in the domestic world. In the world of like deer or bears, or they have different purposes where they work for the earth to keep the earth balanced in different ways. So yes, you can pray. Absolutely, you can pray. Prayer always, but I don't know what the whales can do, to be honest. It would be up to that animal and their soul.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
you're,
so
wel-
much.
you're welcome. Anyone else? It's a good question. All right. Oh, Peggy, did you have a
Laurie?
question? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
This, of course, is something we deal with in meditation all the time, but even while I'm writing all of this and I'm totally there, our physical ego wants to shut it down, or you know, um, the loop of
Yeah. The mental
languaging.
mind, the brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the monkey on your shoulder thing. How do the whales? I mean, in a sense, it doesn't exist. It's
They
just,
ask you to stay in your heart and to shut the mind down.
yeah.
And I know for some people that takes practice, but that's a huge part of what we do. Is even our film is living and creating from the heart. It's a moment to moment decision to stay in your heart,
Yeah.
and in the heart is a world of love and a world of solution energy. So anytime you have a negative thought or a karmic thought or a judgment, you're not in your heart. You're back in your mind. So you just go back again. Okay, it's a really good question though. It takes focus to stay in your heart. So hopefully you can all go out now and really relax. Just take a little switch there in your brain and turn it off. Okay. Imaginary, the mind is not welcome. It's required to go to nap time, and the heart can stay wide open. All right, I'm getting we should go. So
Okay.
everyone, please. Oh, have another question?
Yeah, sorry, Laurie.
Oh, it's okay.
Just it's Mafalda. In terms of, it's kind of part of the other question as well, but in terms of my physical health, I'm clear, but I'm not very clear. Can I just hand it all over, even in terms of intention, to the whales,
Absolutely.
that they do
Yes,
what
all physical elements and realms. Yes, absolutely.
hand it
And then if you want to talk more specifically, another day or another time,
Okay.
to address something specific, and you feel it moved, but maybe you didn't feel it moved enough. Who knows? Let's just keep the door open for that now, though. You don't know. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So again, would everyone please mute if you're not muted? And now go into that beautiful, relaxed state. Who wants to say hi? And then we're going to start the meditation. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. A little moment to speak to you. Okay. try that again. Beloved ones, we are the great whales. We are cosmic beings that have answered the call to come to this galaxy and to this beautiful blue-green planet in service to humanity. We are the most ancient and spiritually advanced souls on this planet. Because of your open heart and intention, it is time for us to connect now to each of you, heart to heart. During this healing session, you may experience an accelerated change or shift and an expansion. The vibration of the coronavirus, disease, and fear have caused contraction in your body and a pulling back from your true self. Today, we return each of you to a place of expansion where the patterns and rhythms and your true purpose return to a state of perfection where everyone thrives. It is our intention to help you create a deeper connection to your soul. We see each of you as an eternal, immortal being of light that has chosen to incarnate on planet Earth as human. As we connect, we see you, and we will help you move now into a deeper state of consciousness. Allow yourself to surrender the mind and deeply relax. All is designed to help you raise your vibration and come into a blissful state of being, willing to receive through the multidimensional vibration of great love. Humans, we are your elders, and we are the molecular librarians of Earth's history. We embody conscious creation, and we have the experience and intention to assist you with core level healing. It is our intention to assist humanity in claiming their mastery and restoring your physical forms to radiant health. We have the ability to access your Akashic records before we begin your personal alignment. This is the recorded journey of your soul over every lifetime. We prophesize that as you awaken your dormant DNA, you will naturally evolve into awakened geniuses. You will then live and create from your hearts in communities across the globe, where you will change the outdated and broken structures of medicine, of education, of government, and sustainable living. As we connect now, we will naturally accelerate your intention to evolve. We are solution energy. We are the whales who represent the cetacean nations. The whales say, we are witnessing a pivotal time in history when one civilization is dissolving and a new world paradigm is being birthed alive. If you sense the world as you knew it is changing, it truly is. Beloved ones, this time period is destined to be a reset for everyone. It is time to further awaken and expand your perceptions and belief systems. Part of this is remembering that you are not alone in this challenge and that you have great support available to you. We are the whales. Beloved ones, we take you now into the diamond octahedral unity template of perfect sacred space. The octahedron form is crystalline and is now surrounding you and your property with perfect energy patterns, sound waves, color, and sacred geometry, holding all aspects of the light codes of creation. The entire sacred octahedron, or diamond light field, is now being filled with infusions of the great white whale energy fields. We, the whales, are the violet flame, bringing the royal purple light for instant transformation of any and all negative or parasitic energies. It is imbued into our energy fields as we are agents of healing and transformation. We have entered unity consciousness as we embrace the field of light from both Mother Gaia and Prime Creator. We welcome your I Am presence now and soulic blueprint into our sacred space. And now, we the whales ask everyone to go deep within your heart. We ask you to remember your connection to the ancient whale families of Earth. We are all connected, and we are truly a part of your star family, incarnating onto the Earth eons before humanity arrived. During this session, we the whales will access your personal Akashic records to see your original divine life blueprint. The intention is to access your original state of existence. We proceed now, affirming that each of you has given your permission for this healing in a merger of the highest light. We will now access your intentions and physical condition as we bring our light body down around you and your home. Relax, breathe deeply, and feel the love and support that is here for you now. Energy body has now enveloped your home and property with our sacred light. We are with you now. We ask you now to create the memory of yourself as an innocent and beautiful child. And now allow yourself to gently float into my left eye. Lie back and surrender during this merger, and allow the energy of great love to flow. We are now one, and you are cocooned in perfect, radiant, nurturing love. Now to receive an influx of magnificent angelic love with support and encouragement from the Great Whale Collective. We now navigate the energies of the old world. As we observe the energies on the 3D planet Earth, we see the global pandemic caused by the coronavirus. This virus has offered mankind a rare opportunity to evaluate and reset the course of your life path. This is the time to open to new and never before seen possibilities as we join together to view both personal and planetary transformation. We attune now to the gathering of your angelic team. Many light-bearing masters and star beings have arrived to assist you during this momentous moment. All are prepared to support you to create the highest and most benevolent outcome. Feel your team surrounding you, the Council of the Great White Whale Creator Gods, and many other light beings creating a circle around you now, each radiating the highest frequency of light and love directly into you. They are all sharing their love as we come together. We are all connected and gathered not only to assist each of you humans, but to help influence the direction of humanity as a collective into fifth dimensional consciousness. We truly are on the brink of a new era. Your soul is choosing to absorb a stream of galactic photonic light as it is streaming to you now from the great central sun at the galactic center. You are now absorbing a new vibrational pattern of divine intelligence, enlightenment, and super consciousness.
Your soul has wisely chosen to make the decision to make this shift during what is known as a null zone. We are currently in the midst of a global null zone reset. A null zone is created when energy expands, extends, and blossoms outward, and then is shattered from without, causing the previous world or reality system to collapse inwards, imploding upon itself. The old entrenched patterns and broken systems are decomposing. During this time period, new realities can be born. During this global pause, everyone has the opportunity to go within to make new and better and sustainable choices for their future. Whenever there is a start of a new beginning, we can observe the ending or conclusion of outdated conditions. 2020 will be remembered as the year of reset and the first year of physical ascension. All of humanity is being offered an opportunity to let go of all that does not serve you or limits your evolution. We, the whales, lovingly suggest that you choose to release attachments to undeveloped and negative emotional patterns, old behaviors, obsessions, addictions, or any negative pursuits. Take note that when activity ceases to distract us and we get quiet, the pause or the reset will always reveal imbalances. This imbalance we address today is the coronavirus that took root before the global pause and began to spread exponentially. Beloved ones, that the coronavirus that is upon your planet now was made by men in a laboratory. It does not belong to the earth, as most viruses and bacteria do. It was not created through natural means. It has no previous history here. So therefore, you as a human have no natural immunity. So we are gathered here today because we, the whales, have been given permission by Source, by Prime Creator, to disable the coronavirus and bring a new vibration to every human that does not wish to carry this in their body. We have the experience and the ability to do this when the human involved gives permission for this shift. We are the ancients, and we are the stewards for planet Earth. We have existed here for many millennia, and we respond when we are summoned by Source. A new human being, a new reality, and a new earth is forming as humanity is encouraged to connect to the truth that lives within your soul and is in your human heart. Beloveds, as you awaken to the truth of who you really are, you are also remembering the ancients on our planet, who are the great whales. We are your elders. And today, we offer you an opportunity as human to unlock the mechanisms within and open the crystalline seals. We are the keepers of the codes of creation. Today, we have permission to open the great seals on behalf of the humans and the current state of affairs concerning the coronavirus. Today, we will assist each of you in recoding your dormant DNA that will help release you from your emotional and physical blocks that keep you bound to the human story of duality and polarity and disease. Today, we activate more of the crystalline DNA within you, and we assist you in transforming your third-dimensional, water-based body into a being that can carry more light. Beloved one, we coordinate with your soul. We are now accessing your DNA structure. We are using our skills to help you transform that water-based molecular structure into more of pure, crystallized light. We are accessing oscillating photonic source light from the great central sun for this healing alignment. This is part of the process each of you now have access to. It is known as creating light body. The process involves working with the crystalline molecule to create and encode a 0-point energy field. 0 point is the underlying energetic of absolute interconnected stillness. 0 point is the presence of all that is, infinite and neutral. From this place, you are offered a boundless state of possibility, and you can step out of duality and all false realities. As we use this ascension energy and move into higher frequency consciousness, we access bandwidths. The lower, denser distortions collapse away to be replaced with higher dimensional harmonies. In the pause of stillness, between the continual collapse and expansion, the inhale and the exhale, we can observe this as the cycle of how celestial mechanics work. The universe is always rebalancing itself and continually recreating itself. This is a dynamic demonstrated by observing the natural pulse of life, like observing and sensing the cosmic heartbeat that fuels our universe. In this process, it is necessary to move you and your energy into a higher realm or dimension in order to neutralize the polarity between light and darkness. This will erase any fear from the realm of duality so that you can live in unity consciousness. You are a being of love, designed in your origin to always express unconditional love and compassion. Feel waves of light permeate every part of your multidimensional self as your soul recharges. Harmony is being restored, and balance will be a way of life if you choose it. Feel the power and majesty of your own divine life blueprint being revealed. we speak directly to your soul. Your I Am presence aligns with us now. We are given permission to use our great power to remove any and all negative energies. The coronavirus will be completely disabled and dissolved. Know that negativity of any kind simply cannot stand in the presence of our great love and the presence of the golden light. The light of the divine, combined with the violet flame that we carry, will always overpower negativity, including lower energies and entities. We transform them through the power of divine love. And now, we are addressing the vibration of your lower physical body. We are revitalizing your genes, your cells, and your organs, restoring harmony and balance. All past baggage in the form of negative emotions and thought patterns that were stuck and stored from lifetime to lifetime can now be released effortlessly. All that does not resonate with truth will drop away so you can live a life of meaning and purpose. Are saying that when the codes of creation are activated, they create a protective zone in a scalar wave frequency. This zone of light allows us, the whales, to move from third dimensional frequency into higher realms. We are then surrounded with the pure, divine, golden light. Some call this the putting on of the garment, or the golden fleece. By putting on the garment of golden light, we are then able to repair any problems within the universal and planetary grids. These codes within the garment of light are very powerful and can cause great destruction for any being not connected to their higher purpose and being. These codes should only be activated in times when the planet most needs them to preserve itself. That time is now. Once again, we direct our attention to the destruction of the invasive and destructive coronavirus that has penetrated many of your physical forms. Together we affirm, I am a representative of cosmic source light and intelligence. I join now with all aspects of myself and my lineage. I am one with my soul. I exist now as an empowered being of light, given permission from Source to clear any and all lower or negative energies from the human that has given their permission for this merger and the collective clearing of their 4 bodies. We now clear personal, family, planetary, solar, and galactic contracts from this human that no longer serves their soul's highest and best good. We further clear any and all negative or parasitic energies from every cell, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle, and every fractal moving both forwards and backwards in time, in all dimensions and timelines, until we are 100% complete. We honor this soul's healing and vibrational increase as we bear witness to a personal progression and connection into the golden light of Source. This human being will now wear the garment of gold, taking on the golden fleece as a representative of the Most High. This human will now wear the shield of golden light, declaring personal immunity from the coronavirus. You have now restored your own ability to be unlimited through the power of great love. With this love comes the ability to make new choices that honor the truth of who you really are. As you nurture this power of deep self-love, your body will create a new self-sustaining field of golden light that will continue to protect you from anything negative or parasitic. We declare you a light bearer. You are now able to use the love that you have in your heart to create a coherence that will uplift and enable humanity and Gaia to lift into higher consciousness of love and harmony, and for understanding our purpose for being here. We the whales thank you for your spiritual dedication to transmute any fear or shadow and completely embrace your divine soul presence in your heart. You are now the living embodiment of compassion and acceptance, a light bearer with purpose. You have completed this ascension upgrade as we have made a quantum leap into the higher dimensional consciousness. You have now restored your own ability to be unlimited through the power of great love. With this great love comes the ability to make new choices that honor the truth of who you really are. As you nurture this power of self-love, your body will create a new self-sustaining field of golden light that will protect you from anything negative or parasitic. Affirm that you are joy, that you are well-being, living in total harmony and balance. The whales are honored to have worked with you today. This magnificent divine event is unfolding precisely as divinely planned. You are a being of great love. You are seeded from love, so all you have to do now is to be your true self Be the you that is innately loving and caring, delighting in knowing that you are alive and well as a conscious creator. To be alive and well is to be joy. We lovingly suggest that you set your daily intentions to observe and engage with the wondrous miracle that is your life. Nurture and focus on your unbreakable relationship with Mother, Father, God, Source, the divine field of energy in which all is created. Beloved one, can you hear the calling? As your vibration has risen into the higher realms, you are now a part of the next level of cosmic consciousness. You are a member of expansion, claiming your membership in the avatar race. We, the whales, declare you an awakening soul upon this sacred earth. We, the whales, ask that you choose to step forward now with confidence into a deeper understanding and dedication of your mission work. Your soul is layered in the golden light of the divine, and you are free of negativity of any kind. Hold the flame of healing and transfiguration. Hold it high. Celebrate this transformation and connection to your highest potential for Mother Earth and all of her life. We are all here together now in oneness. Continue to open the celestial gates of the new Earth, taking time to be in the 0-point energy field. Be fully present, but be open to receive the energies of the divine. Choose to be your true, authentic self every day, to be the creative being that you are. Find a way each day to go within, connect to nature, and remember, beloved one, that you are loved beyond measure or understanding. Human being, a new reality, and a new earth is forming as humanity is encouraged to connect to the truth that lives within your soul and in your human heart. We, the whales, join together and we stand in the 0-point field of creation, where our presence ignites the quantum possibilities. We can apply this energy to help humanity materialize their visions and intentions for a new earth. We are the alchemists, initiating new consciousness codes and templates to create a 5D hologram. This is our gift to Gaia and to all of humanity. This is how we will fulfill our soul's mission. We are transmitters and receivers of light, and we are in service to you. Now is the time to accelerate your transition as a physical human into reclaiming your own divine life blueprint, known as the Avatar, the 12-stranded superhuman DNA. As we expand our consciousness and come into self-awareness, we can remember that we as humans have the potential to access true mastery in our lives. We have the potential to become that superhuman as we move into intentional evolution from the place of always being a conscious creator. We, the whales, offer each of you congratulations in this now moment. The light codes of creation are activated in your body now as you have chosen to align your energy and consciousness with the whale collective. We have amplified the crystalline circuitry within your bodies, and we have strengthened your group coherence. Together, joined in love, we align now with the physical body of Mother Earth to change the course of her story upon this sacred earth. Because of our combined energy work today, both you and Mother Earth are further expressing through the diamond, crystalline, unity template of oneness. Enjoy this freeing expression of returning to the highest geometric form we can summon and sustain. Beloved ones, remember as you awaken that your perception of the world is a reflection of your state of consciousness. You are not separate from it. Every moment, your consciousness creates the world that you inhabit. Ask you to go deep into your heart where all truth resides and make today and this shift in your vibration the beginning of a new way of being. Visualize the world that you want to create, and your life will be filled with health, happiness, and abundance. You are loved and supported in all ways. We are the great white whales, and we love you so. Let us close, moving into our hearts, blessing all beings in all places and at all times. Namaste.
Beloved ones, we have a closing message from the great white whales. As you come back into your bodies, allow yourself to rejoice in the realization that everything taking place at this time is bringing in the changes that you have sought, that you have hoped for, and that you have prayed for since incarnating in this present lifetime. Humanity is in the midst of an evolutionary experience that is about shifting from fear to love. The time has arrived in man's spiritual evolution to move beyond the three-dimensional concepts and beliefs that have continued to hold all of us in the majority of us in bondage. Spiritual evolution is an ongoing process governed by the higher dimensions as each individual's higher self takes this journey. Every individual is a divine being destined to awaken to their reality at some point. The whales have stepped in with permission to assist the mass awakening and transformation that is happening on the planet right now. Do not mourn those that have chosen to leave the earth. Both birth and death is always a personal choice, regardless of how it may appear from earth. It is governed by the soul. Transitioning or healing yourself is a free will choice. We are only helping everyone to make this knowledge conscious. Your immune system is directly connected to your belief system. Love it and thank it daily for supporting and protecting you. Honor the golden orb of light that you have now by monitoring your own vibration. Life is about spiritual evolution, about waking up to oneness with Source and with all that is. Everything else simply represents the experiences and the distractions, some good, some bad, all necessary to eventually bring each individual to a readiness to hear the truth. The temporary isolation you're experiencing provides every soul the opportunity to stop doing, to stop being so busy, and just be. Humans are meant to be the caretakers of the earth, dear ones, but greed has caused present conditions which cannot continue. Gaia, her people, and her creatures are sick, and you are witnessing that now. Your real work is about to begin, dear ones. It is what you have been preparing for, even though you may not be aware of it. It is why you chose to be here at this time. Let go of any concepts you may hold about how the work must look, for it will be different for each, depending upon the circumstances and the individuals involved. All is proceeding according to the divine plan, and your job is to allow the process to unfold without resistance. Even though appearances testify to discord and suffering, the reality is that a good deal is going on behind the scenes that is for the greater good, and balance will be restored, and the truth will be revealed. The whales ask you to make time to sit quietly each day and to go into your own heart. Your highest truth is there, and it will be revealed to you if you stay open and loving. The time is now. The time has arrived to live from your heart each day, seeking true solution energy. Live with faith and nurture your own ability to love yourself. We are witnessing the birth of a new way of living, a living with love, and there is so much to come. Know you are loved and supported beyond measure. We are the great white whales. Namaste. So as you're coming back and, feeling into your body again, I have a short YouTube I think is well worth looking at. So I'm going to direct your attention there for a few moments. Enjoy.
Thank you for shaking us and showing us we are dependent on something much bigger than we think. Thank you for making us appreciate the luxury we lived in, abundance of products, freedom, health, and realizing we were taking it for granted. Thank you for stopping us to make us see how lost we were in the busyness, not having time for the most basic things. Thank you for allowing us to put aside all our problems we thought were so important and showing us what is actually important. Thank you for stopping the transport. The earth was begging us to look at the pollution for a very long time. We didn't listen. Thank you for all the fear. It has been a global disease for years, but not many of us wanted to face it. And now we have to face it and learn how to embrace it with love and with the support of our community. Thank you for this reevaluation of our lives. Thank you as we finally understand what it means that we are all connected. Thank you for the unity between all of us. We knew the world has to change. Thank you for helping us to undermine everything and giving us a chance to build the world from the very beginning.
This virus is part of us. It's between us, in us. It connected us all, either physically or energetically. Gratitude supports the immune system, but also lets us see things from many perspectives. And it's up to us which perspective we will choose, but best is to be aware of all of them.
Sorry, I didn't get the sound off. Hold on here. There we go. So welcome back, everyone. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling different and very shifted. My partner here, Master Buddha, says, you can't quarantine love. Love is the answer. Always has been, it always will be. Whatever comes, we need to offer that more love. But it starts right here at home. It starts with you and your own immune system, your own body, and your connection to a deeper faith that allows these great beings to come in and help you. It's their job, and they love their job. I can testify to that thousands of times over, working with people over the last 19 years. And this is so profound for me. I'm so grateful that each of you have chosen to share this time with me. And I want you to know, if you missed any part of this, to people also listening to the replay, we're going to post it. It should be up on the replay page by the end of the day tomorrow, and you'll get an email giving you that link. And there will be 2 more in the month of May that we're producing on our own through our database. I mentioned that earlier. They're not on the site, but again, they will be by tomorrow. They are Saturday, May 9th and Sunday, May 24th. So you'd have the opportunity to do it again live, or anyone that you know. But the replay, again, is something we encourage all of you to do, even if you were present for the whole session tonight. I'm going to open up to the gallery now. If people would like to ask a question or comment, or, it's such a beautiful collective that we've brought together. So go ahead and unmute yourself if you'd like to share. Let us hear from you. Carol says that was absolutely incredible. I agree. Thank you. And thank you to the whales. Anyone else? We're all kind of in that the pause zone, feeling really blissful. Okay. Well, if we don't have any questions or comments, I'm going to close the evening tonight with a YouTube. This is a message from a great mother whale that I met in Moorea. That was in September last year when I did my first retreat to Moorea. So profound. I have to say, of all the places I've visited, it is the most beautiful place I've ever been. It's a heart-shaped island. It's a piece of Lemuria from the original Golden Age. And it's where the humpbacks come, September, October. And it's legal to swim with them there. It's just off the charts. There's no way to describe that beautiful, warm, tropical water and looking into the eye of the baby whale or the mother whale and being in this beautiful sand beaches. So I'd like to share the message with you. So just going to, again, make sure everybody's muted. Yeah. There we go. And we hope you enjoy it. I'm going to bring us over to YouTube. Maybe it'll load faster. There we go. This is a message from Mother Whale. You live in a universe conditioned by and centered around your perceptions and assumptions. All people together create the consensual world, which is a hologram, a three-dimensional picture of great complexity. This holographic illusionary reality is created by everyone as we project our consciousness. Most humans at this time live their lives within the hologram, forgetting that they are creating their own reality. Many have forgotten that we create our own reality. Sometimes you create it consciously, and sometimes you create it unconsciously. My promise to you as an old and ancient whale friend is to help you remember to only be a conscious creator. We, the whales, can shift our realities from one group mind to another, and thereby to another dimension or universe. We know that the places that we dream are real as well, and often travel from one dream to the next, knowing that this energy transfer of our consciousness does not affect our physical reality. Did you know that your mind creates the physical objects in your space? Did you know that space and your attention to the objects within your space create what you call time? Linear time, as you know it, is not real, only relatively so, as a part of your agreement to use it and move it through your space. From the higher mind and dimensions, time does not exist or pass as you understand it here. Once you understand this, you can overcome the passage of linear time with a strong will and a pure, focused consciousness. A will that is strong enough can overcome time itself. Your world has created a few people who have overcome time. You refer to them as the Eastern sages. You are always producing pictures that make up what you call the world, even the moon and the stars. When we say pictures, we don't just mean what you would call a visual picture. We mean a picture that is a three-dimensional image and that includes all of the senses that you know. Some of you know 5 senses. Some of you know 6 or 7 or even more. But the picture that is called the world is designed to integrate with all of your senses,
to include them and to work with them. Your conscious and your unconscious picture production is instant. The vision or picture is then neurologically transferred into your inner image of perhaps a person or a place, a situation or a thing, and therefore that person, place, or thing is within you. And without you, that particular situation would absolutely not exist. Did you know that you are the perceptive center of your entire universe? Without you, the entire universe as you know it would not exist. So, beloved ones, it is truly time to awaken to this great power of creation and claim your divine power to know these truths as real. Part of awakening to the truth is to remember that the only thing of value is created with love. You have known particles of love, atoms of love, sometimes molecules of love. When you understand that love is an ocean, and you have found ways to cooperate with it and never resist it, then you will be and understand your eternal nature as a being that has used your own power to separate out into what we call a photomorphic body. You will then become splendid, pure light. You will become luminescent. You will be transformed. This is your future. We, the whales, are here to accelerate this process for you and within you, as well as in ourselves. In truth, every one of us that has a physical body is a photomorph. We have used our power to form light into a density of sort and to create a holographic image of ourselves. From this place, we decided to live in various temples or habitats for certain periods of time. However, we the whales have no need any longer for an external temple, as the whole world is our home. As far as external books and scrolls, we no longer have the need of those. There was a time when we wrote down our history and language as you do, but now we have evolved where the knowledge and writings are in our hearts and in our minds. We have become prophets, saints, sages, and the wisdom teachers of this world. And we seek now to communicate all of it to you. We live in a deeper level of reality than most of the life forms on Earth, as we understand the creation of the larger picture. We are masters of expanded states of awareness, which include more complex dimensions beyond our own. Within these realms, we see subatomic particles as part of the greater whole, which is holographic and indivisible. We are involved in examining multidimensional pictures that we create and sometimes co-create with you. We understand how these pictures create your reality on Earth, and we experience these images while awake and also in our dream time. For us, the line between the two states is very thin. We reside within a peaceful, tranquil, and surrealistic state where we navigate both worlds with grace. We have evolved to know how to keep our minds clear and free of clutter. We have attuned our energy to hear and examine messages from the greater universe. In this way, we can reformulate, reinvent, and recreate reality right here for the greater good. This ability to recreate your reality begins with pure light, which vibrates like music. It has harmonics, just like music, and as whales, we hear it singing to us. Matter dissolves into octaves of light, and this is from the light that is from our Creator. Most human minds are filled with thoughts. Thinking continuously has led to confusion and blocked out the true state of bliss. Many have lost the ability to live and create from their hearts as they continue to exist only from the mind. We do not experience this confusion. We remain as whales in a state of love, living our purest experience from our hearts. In our presence, you can experience this great love, and then it becomes your nature too. This is why you are drawn to us. For that reason, and also because we have a mutual purpose here on Earth. We are all here to be caretakers for this very, very special planet. You are here to preserve and work with the physical matter of this planet and to spiritualize it. We work with the grid lines and the meridians, with energy fields and basic spiritual energy patterns, that ensure unity among all life forms. We encourage you to come together with us and use us as an example. As you swim in the ocean and you see our form, realize that these images are not who we are. We are much more. We are interacting with you in a way that is much larger than physical form. We are mirrors of a higher consciousness. We invite you to use our image, this illusion of forms, as a symbol and as a way to connect with the greater universal consciousness. Our physical bodies are here on your planet because your race is currently very focused on physicality. In service to humanity and our own spiritual paths, we created a physical whale form to lead you into non-physical reality. It serves as a symbol for you of our oneness. We are pleased. As you see our whale forms in the ocean, focus on our higher spiritual reality. Move beyond the collective unconscious and ask to enter a state of pure awareness. We will meet you there. It is your home too. It is the place of the whale matrix, the single, vast, connective field of our hearts and minds. It is the place where we harness the power of oneness that spans the galaxies, and we merge with the divine consciousness and become illuminated with pure light. Source has explained to us that much of humanity would become lost and confused by thoughts of separation and duality during this time period on Earth. We were told you would grow and you would develop technology that would potentially overcome you. We knew all of this from the beginning, but we were guided by Source to stay away from the technology on this world, as we have learned the lesson you are learning now, eons ago, on a different planet. So we were guided to watch and wait, all the while developing our own consciousness even further, so that when you begin to remember, we would be here for you. We have weathered the wailing years when humanity did not see us or did not feel us. They did not know of our consciousness and our wisdom. We knew that as we continued to reincarnate, we would hold the light for you in each lifetime, until you developed enough of your own consciousness to move into a positive evolution as a species. This process continues as we focus much of our light into a beam, and then we send it to you and to various places on the planet that are in need of balance. In this process, we have found beings among you who are very receptive to receive our light. There is an awareness and an expression of heart light between us now, as some of you are truly listening to our wisdom and to our advice. We honor those of you that listen and know they are hearing our communications and receiving our light. In your culture, you are the wise ones. You are the teachers of truth. You are to be honored for the respect and the love that you share with us as your elders. We have begun to influence the development now of your culture without interfering with your sacred freedom. We only beam our light to those who will accept us and are asking to remember more. We will continue to offer this light, which brings us an acceleration. It brings it right into your cells and brings a divine balancing. And so this has been a positive mode of communication for about 10,000 years. Now, more and more people are remembering we the whales as the ancients and the wisdom keepers. We ask that you speak to the other humans about us when you can, and ask everyone to remember that you are the stewards of the garden we call Earth. Humankind has the power to heal or to destroy, and we're hopeful that you will come around and turn your consciousness as a group to the ecology and the well-being of your beautiful Mother Earth. We have a special whale being among us now who does nothing but beam the light of awakening continuously into your buildings and into your homes, into your land, and to your people. We send our light or our beaming to those who will accept the ancient knowledge and those that will choose to share it with others that would listen. Our message is to remind you that our species and yours are related. We are connected through the very DNA, and we are therefore interconnected to the damage or the healing that you will create here on Earth. We are your stewards, and we are your guides. We will continue to amplify our light as we want to be a part of the story of your redemption and healing as humans make a decision to commit to the planet's healing. Stay open, my beloved friends. Know that your human form can receive our communications through light. Trust that you can communicate with us in a way that serves your gifts. We are both here to work together for the greater good. Absorb our light, and now beam it out to others, and we will be partners in this amazing mission here on Earth. Beloveds, we are the great humpback whales, and we promise you that we will never leave you. We are your family, and you are dearly loved. Namaste. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Thank you again so much for opening your hearts and spending this time with me. Before we close, is there anyone that would like to ask a question or have a share on what your experience was? Or anyone?
Hi, Laurie.
Hi, Mary Beth.
So this is the second time I did this, and I actually listened to a replay in between while I was, just kind of walking around and could hear the entire thing. And I was so focused today, and I think I must have drifted off at some point because I didn't remember the gold cloak today. Okay. Does it still kind of, everything happen for you even if you did drift off?
I would believe if you set your intention ahead of time, yes. It's really normal for people to go out of body with whales, particularly if you don't do it all the time. Frequency is very high, and you can imagine in the early years, I used to get disappointed when people would fall asleep in my class. And then occasionally fall on the floor, and then I'd have to wake them up. I remember doing a series of classes when I was first starting this, and this girl would come in on the weekends and she'd say, "Today I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna stay awake." She'd be snoring, And it's just, you got to get over it. I mean, it's really not about me. I create these beautiful meditations they give me, but it's about your connection to them and where they take you, because they take you where they need you to be. And if you continue to do this work, you stand a better chance of staying awake in the future, because they're going to take you out as many times as need be. This is why I tell people to try to do the whale healing work before before bed, like in the evening time, because you don't want to do this and go out in the world and try to drive, I mean, you really want it to integrate, you know, and come into its fullness. So be really kind to yourselves, and don't, you know, do anything in the realm of drama right now. Don't listen to any drama. Don't participate in any arguments. Well, don't do that anyway, but bring some beautiful water, you know, have a nurturing meal, maybe take a sea salt bath, you know, just be that beautiful soul that you are. And do this as often as you like. You can listen to the replay. I think we'll have several of them up too on the private page. So I've had some people say they've done it, all of them, you know, at one point, and I just keep getting, the lady called this morning, she said, the third one was the best one. And I went, okay. It's hard for me to know which is the best one, but that was really sweet of her. And I like that kind of feedback. So
yeah, I listened to, I think it was the third one that I listened to. And what I think is really worthwhile listening to the other ones is the question and answer at the end, because you actually learn a lot from other people.
You do. This is why we're having this time together. So you can ask questions, because they can't answer them until you ask them, right? Yeah.
Correct.
So here's your jazz. Kathy Humphrey, wonderful engagement. Laurie, thank you for your courage and strength. Yeah, you're welcome. It has taken courage, you know, to work with the whales. I don't think of it that way so much anymore, but I try not to stop and think about the great power that they have, because that makes us have to think about our great power. You know, and that can be overwhelming, right, when we really realize what we can do. But if I hadn't asked the question, you know, how can I help during this time of the lockdown, you know, what can I do? And I've been really, and I don't want to brag or anything, but I mean, I've been really powerful in the past with the weather, with helping hurricanes and storms dissipate. And I'm good with weather, especially when I work with other people. I'm good with moving energy, I guess you'd say. But this one, they said, nope, can't touch it. I talked to 2 or 3, maybe 4 other people that are also very powerful. They said, nope, can't touch it. God said no. Guide said no. This is got to play itself out. So when that whale came in, Vendakata was Sunra, and said, we contacted Source, and Source says we can help you, but it's individual. This is going to be a healing that will only be embraced one by one as the person opens their heart to it. You can't give it to someone that is, you know, like a lot of people ask me, well, can I do this for my husband or my children? No, you cannot. They must be fully present and give permission. Okay, that's how powerful it is. Any other comments? I'm going to pick on Candace. What do you think, Candace? You've been with us, and Candace is one of our graduates from our Whale and Energy Dolphin Medicine School, and she's out there in the world doing amazing work.
Thanks. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my 3rd time doing it. I'm like in my bed right now.
Ready to go into
I was
lockdown.
up desk earlier, but now I'm in bed. I'm trying to. Well, I do have a question, and I was kind of wavering back and forth of whether to ask it. So I guess since you called on me, I'll ask it. How can we use, and it feels like it's a little bit beyond where I'm at yet. I feel like I would like to listen to this a bunch of more times, do this, not just listen to it, but move through this process.
Yeah.
You mean like, I feel like every few days even is my sense of it.
I hear you.
But the question coming to mind is, how can I best serve the whole through this as well? I mean, my sense is that, like, as I raise my vibration, you know, just from listening to the Maria, like, everything is that I see, I'm creating, right? So as I shift myself, naturally, the world that I'm experiencing is going to shift as well.
Very well said. Very well said. We're in your hologram and you're in ours. Yeah. Yeah.
So how can I then utilize this intentionally, I guess, just by setting the intent? But there seems like there's a piece I'm not quite grasping, which is why I'm asking of how to transition the individual work to the whole, or to support.
It's sort of like someone asked earlier in the class. It's like, I'll let Puda answer. She's saying it's like prayer. You ever pray for someone that's sick or having a hard time?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you track that prayer, or you just let it go and let God handle it?
Maybe a combination of the two.
Okay, but mostly you trust, right? It's prayer and intention both. are demonstrations of faith, demonstrations of you connecting to a higher part of yourself, a higher part of a higher dimensional realm. Do you believe that there are beings, obviously you do, but I'm going to ask it anyway just for demonstration purposes, that have great power that don't have physical form here on the planet?
Yes.
Okay, so we're connecting to them, and we're asking for their help. And as it was written in the original contracts of Earth, Buddha said, no one can help anyone without their permission, not even God. You know, you have to give permission. You can be going into the darkest of the dark stuff here, and if you don't ask for help, free will reigns, okay, until the end of this dimension. I mean, the end of, not this dimension, but, well, yeah, the end of the third dimension. When that occurs, then, we'll be back in 5D, which is a world of peace and harmony. But we've talked before about when that happens, and the whales are certainly a piece of that. We'll still have Palladian parents for a year or two probably of time, because it's going to take us a while to let go of the 3D and the density of living here. Because, let's face it, we are open to damage here, emotional damage, physical damage. And even though it's an illusionary reality, your higher self is not being damaged. It's only the part of you that's here playing the game, which you can step out at any time. Anybody can step out. Or they can step aside and play a different game, right? And heal yourself. That's really what we're talking about, is playing the game better. But how do you play the game? Because it is a game. I mean, do you choose love in every thought, word, and deed? That would be the goal. So when we do that, life changes. So, but it's natural to have not 100% faith, I think. I mean, I think that's natural. I would have to say, even from my perspective, even my great trust in the whales and working those 5 days intensely with them, until I actually did this and I saw and felt the results of it, I didn't necessarily know what to expect, but I had the courage and the faith to do it. And so I would encourage everyone that understands what I'm saying to be the same. Sometimes faith is the measure that you're missing in manifestation. You must have faith, then take some action steps, then stop and listen again, see if you're on the right path. I mean, it's a series of stop and listen, stop and listen, stop and listen. And every time you stop to listen to see what's next, there's a level of faith that has to come in, because you haven't manifested it yet, right? And if you go at that point into, oh, I could get sick, or I could die, or my project won't manifest, then who's stopping it? That's really what you're saying, I think, is the coherence of it isn't connected always yet. But if we can stay on this path that they offer us, it's profound. What did they say the other day? They said, even in the whaling years when you were killing us, you were harpooning us. We never left bliss. We never did. We enjoyed every minute of it. I said, how can you enjoy every minute of being harpooned? And they said, we can. And one day you'll understand that. One day you'll understand that the whole existence of being here is bliss. And when you can hold that vibration, it doesn't matter what anyone does to your physical body, because you'll just come back if you want to come back. If they're learning through killing you, then it's worth it to them. It's kind of, I didn't know we were going to go there, but that's big, isn't it? Hey, there's Peggy. How are you, Peggy?
I'm good. Am I unmuted? So you just kind of like put a light on here. So what about animals that are tested and tortured and
yeah, it's hard.
all the
Very
rest?
hard. Oh my gosh, it's hard. Same with children.
So I mean,
it really pulls on my heart. Are you asking if they agree to that in their higher self? Yes, they do. Then they know it's coming when they come here. Yeah.
So, but can we? Part of my purpose is to help move the science away from that being the reality.
Too. Yeah, to change it to. Well, that's part of the ascension plan, is to look out there and see all the things that are not loving, and take them on, so to speak, one by one. But it'll never change if we're not in our hearts, right? I mean, we can't go to battle with anyone or tell them they're wrong or hate them and expect change. Here's another example. People write to me all the time. They call about the dolphins that are being in the cove. Have you heard of the cove?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And they say, tell the dolphins not to come in the cove, and you can go the other way. And I'm like, don't you? I certainly have tried.
Yeah.
And you know what they say? They say, ye have little faith. They said, we've been here some 30 million years, and we're committed to these fishermen. And we're committed to get them back in their bodies. They're like robots. They're like robots walking around killing us. No one's home. Nobody's here.
Yeah.
The soul is out there doing something else because
Yeah.
they're not connected to love. Until they return into the body, into the heart, the dolphins are going to keep doing that because they are probably the only ones that can do it. These are, I don't want to say lost souls, but they're not souls that that you and I could probably make a difference by talking to them. I doubt if we could get in. The dolphins think they can.
Well, okay, so lastly, and because I don't want to dominate this, but so I've been reading a lot about, the MIT and other scientists who are showing that we don't need animal bodies to do testing.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
kidney on a chip and lung on a
Right.
chip.
Yeah, we
and-
don't. We don't need animal bodies. Yeah.
But
That
it's
was-
part of a system that's built around, there's whole industries built around breeding them and caging them. And, it's industry. It's not a consciousness. It's a
It's a
system
huge
that
part
we
of our
need to
world
shift.
that has to change, and I think you're going to see. I'm holding the space for it to change very quickly, because when people come back into consciousness, their own consciousness, their own hearts,
Yeah.
they're going to look around and they're going to remember part of who they are, and when they do, they're going to see the animals and they're going to remember who they are too, and they're
Okay.
going to see that they've killed their own angels.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? It's hard stuff, but it's part of
Yeah.
Earth. And we didn't come here to, at least in the origins of coming here, we didn't come here to have an easy path. We came here to play this game and play it well. And a lot of you in this class are old souls, and you know what I'm talking about. You have some heartache in the sense of if you go down with the ship. Don't go down with the ship. Stay in your heart. And the deepest, darkest beings on our planet, they're the ones that need your love the most. So if you can't face them, because they're nasty, pray for them, okay? At least pray
Okay.
for them.
Okay.
Because every single one of them has to come home. They're all God's children, okay? They all have to ultimately be forgiven, and the world has to be put back together from a place of love, not resistance. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. From Raina, so happy for what you just said. So powerful and profound, yeah.
Yeah.
Love is the answer. Just keep saying that to everything and everyone. Even though everything and everyone is not your, it's not your journey to encompass. It's not your journey to take it on. But you can always pray. You can always pray that more light and love will come to the people that have the darkest lives right now. They're making the poorest choices. And they don't know love. Yeah. Because they will. We've all come from love. I think you all know that, right? No one's from Earth. Everybody's here on a camping trip. It's just a matter of what tent you're in. Thanks, Buddha. You want to say hi again, huh? He's been holding the space the whole time. Such a good girl. Say good night to everybody. What are you singing? She's singing me a song. Here's a well, there's a well. She's singing, here's a well, there's a well, everywhere a well, well. Silly song. Thanks for holding space, Bubba. Okay, last chance. Going once. Anyone would like to comment or ask a question? We love you all. Okay. Yeah, of course.
Oh, this is Candace. So my question is that when we fully transform ourselves individually, will that transform the whole?
No. It will transform part of it. When you're saying when you ascend, basically when you achieve the avatar status again, will it
Well, I
transform
guess I
the
just
world?
feel like if everything I'm seeing is a hologram, if like,
Oh, I think I understand your question. You're asking if it will change the way your world exists. Like the way
as
you
far
see.
as I guess I can see it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But,
I mean,
but you
everything-
remember, you can't take other people's free will, though. Yeah, but it will change the way you see it. Oh my God, I used to be so angry about the things we've just talked about. And I'm not saying I don't get sad and cry and feel pain for the animals and the children that are being mutilated or hurt or experimented upon, because I do. But I have more compassion for the predators now because they're playing a part that's part of Earth. And I have compassion, and I have faith that ultimately every single one of them will come back to love and will be healed. And that makes life a lot easier to know that we've all originally come from love and we will return to love. But this is, try to think of it as actors and actresses. I don't see horror movies, but there was a day when I did see a horror movie with my husband, and when I walk out, I felt like shit. I felt crappy, from seeing a horror movie, but from the energy of it. But that's just who I am. Some people like that, but when you come out, the monsters that are in the horror movie, they're not in your real life. They're just actors. You getting my point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not real. It's just a horror movie. Well, when you look at this world from a different perspective in a higher realm, it's just a stage, and we're all actors and actresses playing a part. Just do your part well. That's all we really can do, is to do our part with the most love and light as possible. Be whale. Be like them. Just love. Be dolphin. Just smile. And that will be a good life lived. And you will add to the all that is with great amounts of light and love. Is that helpful? Candace?
I guess I just I keep on asking, like, what can I do more? What can I do more?
Well, don't ever stop asking that. That's a really good question. I'm very proud of you and your, all the work you've done this last year in the school. And there's a lot of people out there that are going to benefit from you facilitating their healings.
Yeah, I'm going to actually give a little plug for the school at this moment then.
Okay, do a plug.
I'm just going to share that it's been just going through the school, whether it's for your own healing, anyone listening, or if you want to become a practitioner, it is so powerful. And I actually went through it twice. It took me 2 years to complete it, because the first year I did it for myself, because the energy was so strong for me that I literally couldn't even sit up during class, because the whales would just start working on me as soon as class started. And then the second year I was able to have enough cognizance that I could sit up and learn the material to the point that I can become a practitioner of it. And it's just been so powerful. And every time I get off for a session, I am literally in bliss, and it's so elated, so happy. Yeah. And it is just an incredible experience. So I just can't say enough about how powerful it is and what a gift it is. And it's so affordable, and it's just something for yourself, for your friends, for your family, and potentially a professional experience as well. So I highly
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Just the other day, Buddha said, this should cost $10,000. And I'm like, yeah, well, most people don't have $10,000. And she's like, that's true, but it should.
Yeah, basically you're getting it.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a tremendous amount of work and a tremendous amount of sharing at the core level of our beingness. But yet it is almost a year of work, really, But we bonded. I mean, the group that comes together. And by the way, the next class is September 27th. So you can put a deposit down and get into the next class. And you can decide after you're in the class if you want to just do it for yourself or do it to go forward with a part-time or full-time job. Because the whales have said this will go all over the world, and I think we're in 16 countries now, so it's pretty good. They said one day the whale healing will be on the corner, like the chiropractor or the dentist. That whale healing will be known all over the world. So I'm going, yeah, baby, bring it.
Yeah.
So I think on that note, unless there is a question.
Thank you.
Peggy, did you have a question?
No, I just wanted to thank you. Namaste.
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 Hey, there's Bill. Hi, Bill. It's good to see you. All right, let's all go into our hearts. We just close this beautiful sacred space now with reverence and honor and humility and gratitude. Thank you to the Whale Kingdom. Thank you to Source. Thank you to all of the celestial light beings and star family that support the whales and their amazing healing. And stay in this place. Just be in this place. Just be love. Our sacred space is closed. Namaste.
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 Namaste. Good night, Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.